Hello neighbor, this is Curt with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at the eTrailer Backseat Organizer with Cargo Area Protector and just kind of take a look at some of the features of it and how easy it installs. Now, anybody should be interested in protecting the factory carpet in their cargo area. It's generally where a lot of the messiest stuff ends up going. Sometimes it's a bit of an afterthought, but if you do tear it up or stain it or anything like that, it's something that's going to be in the back of your mind all the time. So having some kind of a liner or cargo mat back here is a huge plus so that you can keep that carpet nice through and through. So what we can put back here is all sorts of different things. It is a waterproof liner, so that leaky cooler that you might have, maybe some things like groceries or something like that if you're carrying around paint cans and you're nervous about it, that smelly gym bag, firewood, gardening tools, smelly camping equipment, all of this is things that's really going to help you out back here as far as protecting everything. But I also want to talk about the Backseat Organizer. So let's unload here a little bit and we'll take a look at that. So our Backseat Organizer is going to have all sorts of different pockets that we can use. And there's plenty of things, if you think about it, that you keep in your car that you could use something like this for. In our case, we've got gloves, first aid kit, we've got a flashlight in here, sunscreen, bug spray. If you tow sometimes, you could keep your pin and clip in here or your locking hitch pin. And I always like to travel with a small tool set, small ratchet set, just in case there's something on the roadside that I need to get taken care of. All of these are things that are going to stay in place, not be floating around your car where you have to dig around and look for it. It's just going to keep everything really, really well organized for you. And as far as getting this clean goes, cleaning and maintenance on it is really, really simple. You've always got the option of detaching up here and pulling the liner out completely. It's waterproof, so again, it could be hand washed, hosed down, wiped down, whatever you need. And in our case, we've got all this kind of leftover debris here from the firewood that we had in here, and cleaning that is going to be really easy too. What I'm going to do is simply remove the bumper cover here, and I'll just fold this up and get it out of our way. Again, even if you don't want to use this liner all the time, it folds up and stores really, really easily. You can actually get this folded up pretty small. But in this case, in order to get this cleaned off, it's really simple. I'm just going to take this out, drape it like this, and now I can just kind of brush everything off and out of the way. And this is important because if you're thinking about running a vacuum over this, it is a loose fit being universal. So really, if you try to use a shop vac on it or something, it's just going to suck the liner up and it's just going to be frustrating as heck. So getting it just kind of brushed off like this and getting that extra debris out of there that easily is really a huge plus. And then once that's all said and done, we can go ahead and reattach our bumper cover. Again, just using a very simple hook and loop. And we're pretty much right back where we started, ready to load up again. And I had mentioned how easy it is to get this installed, to get it modified. So follow along and we'll show you how we did that. Now, installing this in your vehicle is very, very simple. When you get this kit, it's going to come in two pieces. You're going to get your Backseat Organizer, and you're going to get your Cargo Area Protector. Now, the Cargo Area Protector comes in three different sections, all put together by this hook and loop. The top section that goes behind your seat has these attachments up at the top that go behind the headrest. What we'll want to do first is remove that back seat section. And what we're going to end up doing is simply replacing that section with our Cargo Organizer. So as you can see with the Cargo Organizer, it's really pretty much the same dimensions as the section that we just took off. The difference being, of course, that you're going to have all these pockets and areas that you can store things in. So we're just going to lay our hook and loop strip flat. And then we're going to attach this section in its place. Now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and get in the back seat and strap that around our headrests. So we've got our two connection points here. All they're going to do is wrap up behind our headrest and we can cinch it tight so it'll stay in place. Get this flattened out so that we got good coverage going along our floor there. And that's really all there is to it for the installation. This is going to give us full coverage at 48 inches wide, which is a really good fit in this small SUV. But again, we could always use this in the beds of vans or the beds of trucks, whatever has an area that we really just want to keep protected. And with that really good coverage back here, it's also going to be waterproof. So this is a waterproof polyester material. It's got a bit of a texture on the top that gives us just a little bit of grip going back and forth. It's lined at the bottom, but again, this is completely waterproof, so offering great protection for that factory carpet whenever we've got some things back here that could be a little bit messy. This front section here that drapes over our bumper, if you have a vehicle that has a third row that you don't use, this will extend all the way to the end of your lift gate, giving your carpet full protection there. But in the case of this smaller SUV, this is going to come in really handy as protection for your bumper whenever you're loading in something a little heavier that might bump or scrape against this. So because it drapes over like that, it's going to keep us from getting scratches all over our bumper or the plastic molding here. It's going to help us keep from damaging our weather stripping as well. And if we have loose debris or something like that we're putting back here, maybe some mulch or stone or something like that, it's going to keep, these crevices from getting filled up with any of that debris as well. And when not in use, you could either have it loaded up and just simply fold it over, or this part can detach through that hook and loop as well, and it's just going to give you coverage right up to the molding as such. But with all that being said, again, a really easy installation. It's very, very versatile, and again, great coverage for the factory carpet in your cargo area. Now, in the case of when you want to fold your seats down and use the entire space, you want to hang on to this section that we replaced with the organizer, because whenever you fold this down, you're really not going to be able to use the area on the back of the seat because it's going to be full of all your stuff. Just simply unattach that. You can keep everything in its pockets and set it wherever you need to, and replace it with that original seat back liner that we had. Then everything will fold down nicely and give us a nice surface to put our cargo in. So if you've gone ahead and watched this video and you decide that this is an item you have to have, go ahead and get it, and after you use it a little bit, why don't you share some of your experiences and pictures of how you're using it in the comments below. We'd love to share that with our other neighbors so they can make the best decision for themselves. So this was a look at the eTrailer Backseat Organizer and Cargo Protection Liner. I'm Curt with eTrailer. Thanks for stopping by.